Absolutely, the most important thing in my life is my emotional life. If that is functioning, I can move mountains. If that is not working, I can't do anything. And so I go out of my way to make work.
Which is being tolerant of when he says this conversation is too heavy, it's too light, we don't. I mean, do you make the adjustment all the time?
Welcome to Island Magazine. I'm Mitzi Allen. We're sitting in on a rehearsal session with Zebra, the only female acting duo in Antigua. We'll sit down and talk to these women and find out what they do and why after this. Island Magazine is interactive television. Find out how you can get in touch with us at the end of this program.
To all them Magaboto boys, come out to the play scene. You see, don't you have one original 16 in the land? Chick up, chick up, chick up, chick up. All them youth them. Chick up, chick up. All them posse them. Chick up, chick up. All them massive them. Chick up, chick up. When you put the massive on it up, your massive knob, massive 16 in the air, you just drink up, chick up. Chick up, chick up. With your massive flavor. Chick up, chick up. Original power. Cannons rule the scene, original massive 16. Chick up, chick up.
When it comes to food, you want freshness. You want quality, variety, and choice, right? Well, there's only one place to shop if you demand the best. Bryson's Supermarket. That's where you'll find all the fresh fruit, vegetables, and canned goods you need. You'll find baby foods from Gerber, sauces and jams from Matuk's, Cousin's personal care products, our new line of Lister wines, and more. Much, much more. All at Bryson's Supermarket. We know you won't settle for less. That's why we give you all the best from Bryson's Supermarket.
There is something missing from this. Maybe it's not missing, maybe I don't see it. It's the section on revenge, how women get revenge from men.
No, it's here. I thought it would, because it's like a, I think it's like a crescendo, right? Mm-hmm. And that, but as always, and every single time we rehearse something, we always end up with the last section being the most difficult to do. Because how much positive have we to say at the end of here? That's why I put the mother in there, because it's one thing that you and I both know about.
Okay, but I'm not sure about the order yet. Let me tell you, my favorite revenge story, it's not there. Tear Up 90.
Yeah, Do you want me to put that in? Yes, sure.
It's the story of this woman who knew that she was just too weak to physically fight her husband, and she was too weak to emotionally fight him, but she knew how to fight him in bed, because this man was always turned on by nice, sexy 90s, and quite the opposite turned him off. And so they had a fight one night, and he went to the shower, and he took his shower, and she went to the shower, and she took her shower, and she knew he was excited and getting ready to come into bed. And she searched through her cupboard, and she found the oldest Tear Up 90. And she put on this Tear Up 90. She put on this Tear Up 90 and slide under the cover. And Mr. Ever Ready came.
That distinctive laugh belongs to Amina Blackwood Meigs, one half of the theatrical duo Zebra. This is how Amina and Jojo Tobit rehearse. They discuss issues and they share ideas about things and events. They talk about their personal experiences, and sometimes they spontaneously burst into song. But before every great performance, there are endless hours of planning, rehearsing, and staging. These women will show us how professionals put it all together.
You know the section we talked about horizontal jogging?
Yeah.
We want to sing all those root songs
and you're going to teach me how to move my hips properly, right? Okay. What about the song?
Girl flicks, time to have sex. Look out, I'm with boy. girl flicks, time to have sex. Look how I got the road wire.
What are you
Another
doing?
one.
Do you know in the Pacific when they learn how to do the hula hula dance like this, you know, the thing with the bottom round and round and round?
Except, of course, men can only do that in a horizontal position. And they always think that that is all women want. So I found this poem that I would like us to put right after that section.
All right, what it's really about, right?
It's called Head Start.
Mm-hmm.
It says, my erogenous zone is sadly unknown to the average man that I see. He will subtly glow, stiff with sexual hope, but he'll get the same rise out of me. I am not thrilled to bits as his hands cup my tits. It's then that he faces rejection. Damn it, why can't he see that a she's like a he, but I need a mental erection. Could a man not aspire to aim somewhat higher than tan breasts, that's yours, and vagina terrain? It's the way I'm designed. Can't he massage my mind? Could he start his foreplay with my brain? If bodies they fancy, then why can't a man see the sure way to my body pale brown is cerebral stroking? I swear I'm not joking. Lover, start with my head and work down.
Yeah, it's good. That's great.
Oh, I'm so sick. Did you exercise this morning? Oh, yes. Yeah, I put all the laundry. Some big, heavy, tough sheep.
We should use this. We should make a dance, right?
Okay.
If you can. I'll do what you do. Let me copy what you do.
Okay, well, laundry is one.
What do you do?
The women do for exercise, they put out laundry. So they can't have dirty sheep. What else did I do?
We could get a rid of it.
And you must sweat.
Oh.
Hoover it. You cook. Oh, yeah, all right.
Cooking. Let's speed it up. Let's go back to the beginning. We're washing.
There are other things women do for exercise. What are you for exercise?
Scrubbing.
All right. Scrub. Look. You have a dog?
Yeah.
Wash the dog.
Wash the dog.
But first you have to catch the dog. I seriously have to catch the dog. God.
No, I have to hold them. In the pot. And then after they finish all their housework, they can lean on the wall and do the gospel calypso.
All right.
Finish. Exhaust. Of course, women don't gossip, do they? Gossip calypso, read all about it. Every woman out by the window, giving out the gossip and getting it back. Oh, Mrs. Brown, do you like my hair?
Who did it?
I go to Madam Catherine down by the dockyard, and did you know she said, I bet it's birds when they pull out.
But I resent that. I resent it. I've gone to a show that started late, and the man who came to set up the sound system actually said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry we are late. The men could go to the bar, and the women could exchange recipes or gossip or whatever it is that women do.
All right, we can use that. We can use that.
So we have movement, we have poetry, we have songs.
As soon as you walked in, we have to get everything off. You see, even when you do a song like that, as soon as you walked in the joint, however we physicalize it, it's still saying what you want to say.
Okay.
It's saying that this is a kind of woman who is produced by the song she's singing, in fact.
Can we see what poems we have, Joe? Do you have a song?
I've got my, do you like the Pink Barracuda?
Let me hear it.
Well, it's not my poem, actually, which is a bit sad. It goes, Pink Barracuda intruder. It's strange when you think of it. Who'da thought I'd be here in Bermuda, sipping this bowl of Count Chuda. though the chickie I'm with is a pruder, and it seems if I'm to denude her, then I'll have to make plans to delude her. It's a shame that one has to be sued-her, when all that I want is to rude her. So I'll tell pretty lies and include her, candlelight dinner for Tuda. When she's soft from the lies and the fooder, I'll slip her the pink barracuda.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting, but I think we can use it. I think this subject is too important, for me at any rate, for it simply to be entertaining. Most of the things we've done so far, we haven't made a statement, we've entertained. And whatever message the audience has gone with has been of their own making. I want to make a statement. I want to say I don't like women like these. And I want to say that I despise, I hate the horrendous system that manufactures women like these.
Okay, so then we should start from basic principles again and go back and say what manufactures women like these. And go through the media, the magazines, the clothing, the beauty contest, the fair... Well, yes, all right, well, we make the whole thing a fairy tale. See, this is always our dichotomy, because we can be very funny, but it does say that. I mean, it's quite obvious, really, isn't it?
I think I want to say this. These are some of the things that women become. But I also want to say why women become these things.
Right, all right.
I thought, for example,
we don't have a... Yeah, go on.
Okay, write it down. Why?
Why? Well, that's always our bloody problem. And that should...
See the world differently and have your eyes examined at the Antigua Vision Center. We offer quality eye care, professional service, and a variety of the latest fashionable frames and colored contact lenses. So treat yourself to a new and stylish look. The Antigua Vision Center, Old Parham Road, St. John.
Every painter's dream is to produce a masterpiece, and Lewin Paints have supplied the finishing touches to masterpieces all over Antigua. Chances are you didn't know that the luxurious Curtain Bluff Hotel, the Pineapple Beach Hotel, and all those beautiful properties at JUMBY Bay are all painted with Lewin products. Lewin, simply number one. That's why we are known as the paint experts of the Eastern Caribbean.
Are we going to this party or not?
I suppose we are. Well, did you hear the one about Gorbachev? He goes to visit Mr. Reagan for Thanksgiving. And there's this nice big turkey, you know. Ronnie has a piece. Gorby has a piece. Ronnie has a piece. He's hungry, but he's not eating. Gorby has a piece. He's hungry, but he's not eating. Finally, Gorby says, "Oh, come along, Ronnie. Somebody has to have the right wing."
Well, if you think that's funny, how about this one? You hear a one about Boris Yeltsin. He went to New York to a very famous restaurant, and he came up to the maitre d'.
Yes, good evening. May I help you?
Da.
You have a reservation for dinner?
Da.
What did you say your name was?
Yeltsin. Boris Yeltsin.
Yeltsin. Boris, yes. But it doesn't say, so you shall have to remind me. How many are there in your party?
It's illegal.
That's a lie. Because Yeltsin never go to no New York.
How do you know?
Sir Alexander Bustamante did.
Who's he?
The first Prime Minister of independent Jamaica.
Jamaica's independent.
Don't start that again. Well, he had a wife. Her name was Gladys Longbridge. And to his dying day, he called her Miss Longbridge. So he takes his first trip to the great You My Mistake of America. And he's about to be interviewed on the television screen.
Jane, Mr. President.
Prime Minister.
Gee, Mr. Prime Minister, it sure is grand to have you in our
Very nice,
country.
very nice.
All the way from that tiny little island of yours.
Paradise, paradise.
Tell me, the viewers out here, I mean, what they'd really like to know is, what is the state of your cabinet?
My cabinet? My cabinet is very clean. Miss Lambridge does it every man. It's a little old and shaky, so it's outside in the kitchen as a kitchen cabinet, but it's very clean.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
And so, Mr. Speaker, I rise before this honorable House to move a motion that there be no further motion, or as long as we are standing still, we shall get to where we are going. Now, Mr. Speaker, you know as a boy we could walk into any restaurant and get some nice local things to eat, like, what them call it again, dukunu and salt, fish and things like that. Nowadays, when I walk into a restaurant, the things on the menu is very new to me. I'm seeing things like egg foo young, Mr. Wang, chong upside down, chopstick, they buy chopstick. And the people and them who are cooking these things, if there is 5 of them, 5,000 or 5 million, I don't know. For them all look alike to me. And I read it up on CNN this very morning that 93 millions of them is going to burn this year. Now, sir, where are we to put them? For them is taking up the space for the bona fide tourists. And we have some very good tourist figures here, yes, those with the flat round, yes, so and the big belly and the broad hips and the big some very good tourist figures, and as you know, they mustn't bound have to come to this place.
Every holidays, just as you've always dreamed of and never managed to find. Back to nature, but with every possible luxury close at hand. Be the most pampered Robinson Crusoe in the world of the finest beach in the Caribbean.
Get behind the red line, lady. Book, passport, give me a book, give me a book. Joanna to a bit. With a face like yours, I should charge with duty. Come, declare something. Declare something. One of the main plans of the physical policy of this island is that every bona fide tourist must declare something to the Customs and Excise Department. Failure to comply by which we shall be forced to put a incoming taxes on all tourists, so declare something.
I declare I don't
You don't know the principles on which we operate?
I don't know the rules.
You are supposed to learn them before you come here.
But how can I learn the rules before I come?
It's not a rule, it's a policy.
Rules or policy? Why don't you post them?
What this look like to you, a post office? What you looking for now, a pen pal?
I'm looking for my bags. I'm just looking for my bags.
Babe,
There are my bags.
your bag, your taxi.
Yes, but I didn't.
Is your bag, is your taxi.
How nice.
Yes, I'm an Antigua nice driver.
Oh, I'm Françoise from Paris. How do you do?
I'm in Libya.
Really? How extraordinary. How is the Colonel? Gaddafi.
Me, Libya.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My English is not so good.
You speak English?
You speak English?
You speak English?
I'm going to Coconut Grove. I don't know how you can have a grove here, though, because it's very dry.
It's all right. We're taking care of that. We're salinating a third plant. We salinate 1 pan experiment, we salinate 2, we turn experts, and now we're salinating 3rd.
It's very different here, then. I mean, you get on a plane in Paris and you get off the plane here, and it's very different. Especially the roads, they're very different from the ones in France. You have a lot of small businesses here?
Yes, every man and his son have a business. Queen Ferrara and Son, R.K. Luke and Son, every man and his son. And them all had deeds.
What's that?
Like a title of ownership.
Oh, we have titles in France, we have Marquis.
Never said nothing about tents. We had deeds.
I hear you also have a lot of problems. I hear you have a very big drugs problem.
Drugs? No problem. What you want?
Dynamic style, quality service, the original printery, house of printing excellence.
Meet Shutter, Rewind, and Focus. These cuddly collectibles can be yours when you buy 5 rolls of guaranteed fresh Kodak film, or buy 3 and process 2 at Benji's. Collect these lovable colorkins for yourself or give them to someone special. Just take your proof of purchase from any authorized dealer of guaranteed fresh Kodak film to Benji's Color Lab on Redcliffe Street or Heritage Key and take home Shutter, Rewind, or Focus. Kodak, for the freshest film on the island.
We just witnessed a bit of your performance, or I should say your rehearsal for a performance. Is that the way it always is?
Yeah, that's how we work. We tend to develop our material based on real life experiences, either our own or what other people have told us. And we sort of just sit down and exchange stories and see what stories come out, whether they fall into categories and how we structure those categories.
I noticed you had newspaper clippings, Iceline. That's where you get most of your material?
Amina.
This is the first time we've used newspaper clippings. It's the first time we've ever had them out, actually. This subject is so difficult that we're having a real problem finding things, so I think almost anything will do. Any unfortunate comment by some poor sod in a bar, I pick up. Amina doesn't go to bars, you see, so she gets newspapers.
How did Zebra come about? How did you two get together?
By accident.
What was the accident?
Many years ago, 5 years ago really, I had a script I wanted to do that was based on real research about 2 homeless women who found themselves in the same house, which neither owned, which both laid claim to. One was black and one was white. And I had to find somebody who didn't look like me to play the part that wasn't black.
So subtle.
So I searched.
Well, you changed your name.
I searched and I went to Desmond Nicholson actually at the museum, and he knew Jojo. He'd seen her perform, and he brought us together. We thought just to do that performance, but we worked well together and decided maybe we ought to stay together. And the name is Jojo's Baby, so maybe she can explain how she came by that.
Yeah, Jojo.
Well, you know, it's very difficult to think of a name, and do you know, I can't remember why it is that it just suddenly came to me. It was bloody obvious, really, isn't it? One black, one white, you know. The joke about the guy crossing the zebra crossing. Now you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. I was thinking along those lines. And it sounded right because it was short and it was uncomplicated, and it doesn't actually mean anything at all.
Oh, but you had other things about the qualities of the animal itself.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
All I remember is phoning
and the resilience.
Phoning Amina up in the middle of the night, and all I got was her son. And I said, Netto, don't worry about this. It's just me speaking. Just all you have to do is run this by Amina when she gets home. Just say zebra. And you called me back the next day and said, fine.
Oh, I died laughing. I knew immediately what he was talking about. It was so appropriate.
Did you also know at that time the type of subjects you're going to tackle, the way you were going to approach your work, this sort of improv approach, instead of having everything written in script form?
No, I think the method has evolved out of who we are and the way we behave when we get together. We have, as it has turned out, done things either about women or from a woman's point of view. Even the Father's Day show that we did.
I don't think you can help it. I mean, that's who we are, and the thing is that we're telling true stories. None of the material we use is. I mean, if we are going to read something, then we read it. If it comes from someone else's source, but if it's ours, then it comes from how we think and feel. And unfortunately, you can't avoid who you are, and you have to use it. Otherwise, it's not true.
How do you come up with your material, Jojo?
Oh, I have a wealth of material. English Harbour is a place full of different people trying to escape various different things in lots of different ways, and mostly they're foreign and they're transient. And from foreign transients, you learn a tremendous amount in any place.
I think we shouldn't say this because people will stop talking to us. In the last show that we did, there was a section about
is there somebody here?
How difficult.
Nobody's listening. It's okay.
That's all right.
How difficult things are economically, and I was talking to a friend of mine just about that subject, and she said she gave 3 ways that people could earn money, and they were very, very funny ways. And I said to her, I'm going to use that. And she said, I will never speak in front of you again.
But they do, they forget, you see. And also, people quite like being quoted, because I think that they actually, well, it shows that they have something to say. And I think one of the sadnesses in this world at the moment is that people don't say what they want to say. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of restriction on even socially, people don't say what they want to say, really. They go home and think about it, and it's such a shame. We need to talk to each other, and I think that's basically what Parlour Talk's all about, is saying, talk to us. These things happen. We know they happen. Let's laugh about it.
Another important part of how we work, besides exploiting the stories we see around us, is that we exploit our own differences.
Yes, I got a sense of that.
So different, isn't it obvious?
Jamaican, aren't you?
But yes, but quite apart from the physical and the obvious differences, we really are very different people. Jojo is so disorganized, always so late. She's always blaming her car.
Cannot blame me for being late. God, you sound like a boyfriend.
Now, speaking about your differences, I want to get into your backgrounds. Amina, you're Jamaican. Where did you study theater in Jamaica? What made you decide to go into theater, and why you?
I didn't.
You didn't decide?
No, I didn't. I think it really is one of those things that you do not decide. You just find that you're it. I was born a female, and I have no control over that, and no desire to change. My parents were political organizers for a political party, which I will not say, since I'm ashamed of it.
People might not have heard it now. It's a long time ago.
Sorry. But when they had to organize meetings, they couldn't go out to find anybody whom they had to pay to perform in between the various speakers. But they had 5 kids who they could bully and say, well, you will sing a song, and you will read a poem, and you will do that.
So you were forced to be an actress.
And so I was forced into it.
You've never told me that.
Forced, haven't I? I'm sure I have 1,000,000 times.
Nuh-uh, never ever.
Well, you can't know everything about me. Right. But I really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not sure, even now I'm not sure what I enjoy about it. Part of it is therapeutic. That you get on stage and you can say things and be things that you couldn't be otherwise.
What about you, Jojo? How did you get started in acting?
Oh, I was dreadfully serious about it. I was serious about everything. You know, I was 11, I did speech classes, I went to drama school, I passed all those gold medal Lander exams, speech and art and this, and my father said, you must learn to do something else other than this. And when you're at school and you say, and they ask you in the 6th form, you know, you've taken your 3 A levels and what do you want to be basically when you leave school, and you say an actress, they say, ha! That'd be ridiculous. Nobody ever makes a living being an actress.
And don't we know that?
No, absolutely not.
Well, you two seem to be making a pretty good living at it.
No.
No?
Oh, we live, but we're not making a living.
I'm a greengrocer. That's the only way I can earn anything.
You know, my favorite bit that I like to see you two do is about the yellow bird.
a beautiful song.
It's a lovely song.
Are you going to sing it?
I'll try.
Okay. I'll play the drums, shall I?
Okay. Should I dance?
You could.
Yellow bird up high in banana tree. Yellow bird, you sit all alone like me.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm making a slingshot. You're not tired of this yellow bird? Every hotel, every place in the Caribbean, this same yellow bird. Oh, I'll catch him and chew him.
Oh dear.
Okay, how you done it?
Oh my.
Great.
I don't think that it follows that you're less frightened of women. I mean, just because...
It seems that after working together for 5 years, there are still many people who are unaware of Zebra and their unique performances. But they are no different from other performers. They need the right venue. But until that happens, check your local listings. I'm Mitzi Allen for Island Magazine. See you next week.